You're not procrastinating because you're lazy, you're procrastinating because something about the task feels off and your brain is quietly refusing it. And until that changes, you will keep putting things off no matter how motivated you feel. And here's where this gets frustrating, because you've probably already tried to push through this, but that's exactly what makes it worse. So stick with me and you will understand why and what actually gets you moving again. Let's be honest about what this feels like. You sit down to start something important, you know it matters, you've been thinking about it all day, you know you should do it, and then you just don't. You hesitate, you check something else, you tell yourself you'll start in a minute, and suddenly an hour's gone. And it's not because you don't care. That's the frustrating part. You do care. It's in the back of your mind all day. You can't quite relax because it's still there. You might even feel guilty about not doing it. But guilt doesn't create action, it just makes the task feel heavier. So if you want to do it, why do you keep not starting? This is where most people get it wrong. They think the problem is motivation. It is not. Your brain isn't asking, do I want to do this? It's asking, is this easy enough, safe enough, clear enough to start? And if the answer is no, it delays. And this is the real problem, because you can want something and still not be able to start it. And it's usually not just one thing. It's that the task feels too big, so your brain can't find a way in. It feels important, so now it feels risky. You're not fully clear what to do, so you hesitate. And if you're even slightly tired, your brain just opts out completely. So you try to override all of that with discipline. But discipline doesn't remove resistance, it just tries to push through it. And that's why it doesn't last. Because every time you push through, the task becomes associated with effort, with pressure, with friction. So next time, your brain resists it even more. So if pushing harder doesn't work, what does? You don't fix procrastination by increasing effort. You fix it by reducing resistance. And this is the exact moment most people get stuck, because they understand the problem, but they don't have a way to respond to it in real time, because in that moment, what are you actually supposed to do? That's exactly why I built the momentum reset method, not as another system to follow, but as a way to adjust the task so your brain will engage with it. So instead of forcing action, you make action possible. I'll link it in the description so you can go and explore that. Let's make this practical, because this is where things actually change. Step 1, make it smaller than you think. If a task feels heavy, it's already too big for your brain to engage with. So you reduce it. Not, I need to make progress, just I'm going to start, open the document, write one line. That's it. And this is where most people mess it up. They make it small, but still expect it to matter. Step 2, remove the meaning. If it feels like this has to go well, your brain treats it as a risk. So you deliberately lower the stakes. This doesn't have to go well. It just has to start. Step 3, define the next step. Not the whole task, just the next move. Because the moment something is clear, your brain stops fighting it. And here's the part no one talks about. Step 4, stop early. Don't push until you're drained. Stop before it starts to feel heavy again. So your brain learns that wasn't bad. Because procrastination isn't a starting problem, it's a returning problem. What you're really building is a loop. Start, experience, return. If that loop works, momentum builds. And if it breaks, you'll reset back to 0. And this can change everything. You stop trying to be someone who powers through and instead become someone who can start easily, return consistently, and keep things moving even when you don't feel like it. So if you've been trying to get over procrastination by pushing harder, by being stricter on yourself, or waiting to feel ready, that's why it hasn't worked. You don't need more motivation. You need a task your brain is willing to engage with. If this felt uncomfortably accurate, you're exactly who this channel is for. This channel is about helping you take action without forcing yourself to do it. Get yourself accountability and tell me in the comments what's the one thing you've been putting off. And if you want to go deeper into this, watch this next. Why you can't stay consistent. It's not motivation, because this is where most people go wrong next.